war crime, horse farm, wingman, laser tag.
Yeah. You hear that?
Yeah, do I?
Yeah.
We were just watching the intro on the little preview monitor in here, and we thought, well, I mean, I'm not sure if we're going to, but we looked at it and we're like, we should probably update this. Mm-hmm. And then we both just looked at our fingerless leather gloves, and we're like, that's why.
That's why.
That's the only reason we need to update any of it. It's because it's fingerless leather gloves.
We're sexy on there, but we're not intimidating or threatening at all. And that's what I want to. I'd rather be threatening than sexy.
I want people
at this point in my life.
Like they first tune in and they're kind of they're like, am I in danger?
Oof.
Yeah.
Like this is.
I want to be a little scared.
Is this like a thriller podcast? What is this?
Is this strictly about Fight Club?
Yeah.
Tough guy show.
We're not supposed to talk about it though.
Tough guy show.
Tough guy show. Yeah.
73. How about that?
Almost 3/4 of the way to.
That's really fun.
100.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah,
that's good stuff right there. Everyone that signs up to us on Patreon, thank you so much. Tons of bonus content. We got merch deals. You got early releases, ad-free episodes, all that shit. Go check it out at patreon.com/canyoudon'tpodcast. You also find a link in the episode description. We are doing confessions on the show today.
Your deep dark secrets.
Yeah, big old
I love good big old secret.
Love myself a good secret. If you have something you want to see on the show, send that into heyguys at canyoudon'tpodcast.com. Just yelling out confessions, and I could hear Zach's heart stop out there. Because something that we typically do before every single show is give a little show rundown.
Whoopsie daisy.
And we didn't do that today.
Oh,
so Zach has no idea what the show is going to be.
I'm hoping there's some dick.
Nope, there's no dick. Get that out.
Okay.
He's gonna do the wrong stinger thing.
Yeah, get dick out of there. No petty beef this
it's
week.
Not
Go
lap
ahead and,
time, Zach.
Yeah.
Hockey fuck.
Get that out of there. No lap time. Confession.
And
then that rolls back right into the back end of the episode.
Sweet.
So, roll into my back end.
No,
you know what I mean?
Shit, I know exactly what you mean.
So what you're saying is I'm going to fuck this up pretty hardcore.
And if you
That's
do,
up to you.
Yeah,
I'll do my best.
That sounds like an effort thing.
Yeah.
A quick little story. This is relating back to the adventure that Ezzy and I had at the bowling alley. Remember? Went in and we're like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then short time after, we realized it was just us, and then everybody else in the bowling alley was deaf.
Yep.
So we were wondering why the vibe was a little different. And this was sent in here. It says, for our senior trip, my high school went to one of those all-in-one mini golf laser tag miscellaneous bullshit rec centers. I mean, every town has one. While everyone else did their thing, my squad and I had our sights set on laser tag from the start. Fuck yeah, you did. We weren't the only school to come here, so we had some competition. We knew what we had to do. We absolutely and effortlessly destroyed the other group of students. A few times, I was able to sneak right up behind them and take them out before they even realized that I was there. I felt like I was an off-brand John Wick. It was like they had no situational awareness whatsoever. Flash forward to the aftermatch. The boys and I were celebrating our hard-earned victory when one of us noticed the other group of students signing to each other. Turns out the other school visiting the rec center that day was a school for the deaf kids. Victory was not so sweet after that. Your accidental ableist son, Tanner. Fucking
dude, we
wrecked
those kids' ass, dude. They didn't hear us coming.
Ironically, you're doing like the L on the forehead, so they know what you're saying. They're like, oh,
they're taking it way too personally now.
Universal L on the forehead.
Not only am I talking shit, I'm speaking your language while I'm doing it.
Right. I was hoping I'd see you here. Fucking take you down. Yeah, that is. He's like, man, am I a fucking ninja?
Did I talk about? I don't remember if I talked about this or not. This was couple of months ago. Now we had a birthday for Miles. My oldest went to a birthday party at Laser Tag here in town, and we played like 2 or 3 games. I won 2 and took second by a couple of points in the third one. Some kid was following another kid around just shooting him, so he cheated to win that next game.
He's like, this kid has no idea how to play this game.
But I almost had the hat trick and won 3. I was just picking kids off. It was so great.
It's so much fun.
Yeah. I hadn't done it in 20 some years. Probably the late 90s was the last time I did it.
It feels good to whip chitrin's asses.
Yes, it does. Yes, it
We're
does.
on the same playing field. If I go online and play fucking Warzone,
Yeah.
I'm playing against an 8-year-old and they're kicking my ass.
So
You know what I mean?
welcome-
So why can't I kick 8-year asses in person?
Welcome to my
Yeah. Now you're on my
dojo,
turf.
baby.
Yeah.
Laser tag was my show.
You got anonymous shit. You can't see each other. I'm looking you in the face when I'm shooting your
I'm
ass.
barrel rolling. I know exactly what I'm
Fuck yeah,
doing.
dude.
I'm jumping rails to say no jumping. Jumping that rail? You fucking kidding me?
Real quick, I want to show a real quick difference between us and wives or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we were at home the other day, and one of my kids ran out and he jumped up on me, and I was like, "Oh, dude, be careful!" And he said something. I was like, "Yeah, you're lucky I didn't knock you out," or something like that. And he walks away, and then my wife was standing there making lunches or something. I was like, "You ever wonder how many kids you could just take out, if a swarm of kids came after you?" And it's kind of we had this conversation sort of a while back, and so I was just like, yeah, if they come, if they start coming out one at a time, you got time to fucking
Just pop
yeah.
them.
But if they're coming out too quick, eventually they'll swarm you and they'll overwhelm you. And I was like, you ever think about that? And she's like, why do you think I'm interested in this conversation?
She just looks and goes, "Where's the spatula?"
Yeah.
You're like, "Oh, sorry, never mind. I think it's in the dishwasher." All right, well, just me, huh? Now, fuck me, right?
Just me, right? All right. Well,
Fuck me,
yeah.
huh? All right.
Yeah, it was just. She's like, why? She's like, I get you and Joe talk like that. Well, why do you think I have any interest in this conversation?
I don't know.
I was like, I don't know. You were here.
Preparedness,
I had a thought in my head, and you were here.
and I'm stuck with you. So you want to fucking entertain me for a second?
Yeah. So that was fun.
That is good. Yeah, there's a huge difference between.
It's a lot different when you're talking about your kid is right in front of you too.
True.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone who sent in that detachable penis song.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to play it, but if you're interested, it's King Missile, and the song is called Detachable Penis.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go hear a funny song about a detachable penis, go check that out.
It's funny. I sometimes I completely forget what we talked about in the previous show.
Mm-hmm.
So then checking the emails, and it's 7 in a row of just, here, have you ever heard this? I'm like, why is this relevant?
Why now?
Yeah. And then forgot that we talked about it.
Talk about having a detachable peen.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the show.
Okay.
Let's get things going.
Let's hop on in.
Let's hop on in. Zacky Poo.
Hey, shut up. Start the show already.
What do you have? What are we doing? Who said
What
it?
are we doing?
Who said it? Who's there?
This was sent in by Danny.
Okay. Danny.
Danny
Oh,
likes to, yeah.
Danny Beer. What you doing, bud?
He says,
I already know it's going to be nuts. What do we
would
got?
you rather
Okay.
have a trumpet for a head that plays random notes instead of you talking?
Okay.
So it's not even like a song. Like
Yeah.
just
Does it have a little mute on the end?
oh yeah. Satchmo.
Satchmo.
So it's Satchmo walking around but not playing anything.
Okay.
Or have to walk everywhere backwards and every 10 seconds scream, "Duck!" as loud as you can.
God damn it. Danny.
Either way, you're drawing major attention to yourself.
Huge attention. At least you might accidentally save some lives screaming duck.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, at
the
first.
odds eventually.
Yeah. Just in there, and he goes, duck! And whoa, shit. And everyone, they do get out of the way. You might feel like you saved a life.
Eventually.
Eventually, you get lucky and you save somebody.
Isn't that kind of crying wolf, though?
Yeah. Oh, is that the duck guy again?
Yeah. He's like, I'm not ducking, and then he gets shot in the head.
Yeah. Just something hits him on the golf course. That'd be a funny place for this guy. Walking backwards, first of all. And then just a couple fairways over, just, duck! You're like, what? It just always so paranoid. Like, why am I?
And courses are fun. Certain courses have holes that go one way, and then they'll come back the next way.
Yeah.
So for 2-3 holes, you just you're following. You just hear this guy.
People are hitting balls off of other people's fairways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Duck! Always walking backwards. That's a struggle. But I mean, what are you going to do with a trumpet for a head? I mean, that's just, it goes to, or at least my brain goes to Charlie Brown. And I know that's more trombone. But all the parents,
That's only part of the time, though. That's just the parents talking.
You could have a great jazz career.
Well, if
Just
you
random notes.
that's true.
That's true.
What key are-
Improvising the whole time.
Trying to keep up with your lead singer is a fucking trumpet head. All the key changes because just random notes.
The keys in whatever. Just try to keep up.
Which one are we not staying in? And then the trumpet guy just goes. Brr. All right, so we know the next one's not A. So we're just gonna guess. We're gonna go to E flat.
He's just always flat.
Yeah, and he's just all over the place. Trumpet head rapping.
Mm.
Nah, I can't even. I wish I had a better trumpet in my arsenal, like how to impersonate make a trumpet
make a
sound. Yeah.
No,
Cool. No, that's not it.
try and do. How does the trumpet sound? Is that a trumpet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trumpet.
Or is that a French horn?
Oh, it's.
It did sound Frenchy.
We shouldn't get too picky. We just get. I'm like, that's not even close.
Yeah, dude. This question isn't French horn head. This is trumpet head.
God,
Not
put
saxophone.
your lips tighter.
Yeah, Kenny G, calm down.
I don't know how to do it, but just picturing, I don't know, like Rap God or something with the trumpet head is funny. It's just all over the place.
Just sitting at a nice restaurant, you're like, you take your wife out, and she's like, I'm so glad you decided to take me out, but here we are sitting at a nice restaurant. You're just like trying to hold a conversation.
Every Yelp review, it's I don't know, 3 to 3.5 stars. But it starts out, and it's just first, the food was amazing. Like some of the best ribeye like I've ever had in this area, hands down. But the trumpet head guy really killed the atmosphere.
What's with the trumpet head guy?
Why is he taking my order?
He's cooking in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to like, and I'll have the number 2.
It's like R2D2,
Yeah.
but way more annoying.
Way more annoying. Yeah, trumpet in your face is not a pleasant thing.
It would be like R2D2 speaking at what's that? I always forget his name. What's his name?
Which one?
Misa. I always forget his name.
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar.
It's like Jar Jar annoyance,
Mm-hmm. But trumpet.
but speaking like R2D2.
Oh man, that's
Imagine
too much.
that.
Can't. It immediately makes me sad.
Like R2D2 having a conversation with C3PO, but he's just speaking like that.
Oh, no thanks.
Can you ruin Star Wars?
Star Wars?
For Star Wars.
I can ruin Star Wars War.
Don't ruin it any more than it's ruined.
Can you Star Wars for me?
I haven't slept for a couple days.
You drinking back there?
Shh, maybe
You found the kegerator?
a little bit.
Oh.
Remember from
And then walking backwards every 10 seconds, duck. Annoying walking backwards, screaming duck. There's
Imagine
certain-
walking into that same restaurant with your wife. You're walking in backwards, like
Pulling out
holding
the
hands
seat?
with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doc!
Yeah. You want to go for a walk? No.
Like, sir, okay, and ma'am, would you like? I would like the salad, the iceberg lettuce, and a bowl of soup. And he's like, what would you like, sir? I'll have the roast. Doc!
Yeah. It's the only way you're getting away. Excuse me, sir, where's the bathroom? Okay. You push your chair in and you start walking backwards to the bathroom. And they're like, and then right as the door closes, Doc! From the stall. Oh, Jesus.
So if you, no, I was going to say, if you tried to walk forward, what would happen to you?
You say autocorrect to fuck.
Fuck is autocorrects, yeah. But it does it over and over again, and you're like, fuck, duck,
Fuck, duck.
autocorrect, fuck, shit,
Duck. Shit. I'm going to have to pick the walking backwards duck thing. I just can't have a trumpet head. Let's just be honest here. Trying to eat with a trumpet face? No way.
But you're trying to walk backwards everywhere you go. You got to look backwards.
Yeah, but at least you can do it. Like
Do you dump more food in your face if you had a trumpet?
trumpet face?
Yeah, just pour that soup in.
What a scene. Shoving food and he gets blowing food all
Clam
over. It just
Yeah.
it's gargling.
Yeah, picture a trumpet, but throwing like clam chowder in it while it's going.
Too much.
Oh, honey, thanks for taking me out to dinner tonight. It'd be like
that means
Britney,
you're welcome.
that Britney Spears when she cuts her face off in South Park.
Yeah. Damn, that's an old episode. That's a nice throwback right
Yeah,
there.
that's what it would sound like.
What would you pick? I'm going backwards. That's going to be my final answer.
I'm going to go trumpet head.
Trumpet head, just for
Yeah,
fun?
just be different.
Just be diff.
Same.
We're definitely going to be different.
2 trumpet
Walking
heads
around.
and 1 duck. All right, let's move off to the what do you think? What's that?
2 trumpet heads and a
Duck.
what's the other one?
Walking
Walk back
backwards.
duck.
No, that sounds like a hit single.
Yeah.
Put it on our first album.
That's
Greatest hits.
It's a cover of Bush.
Oh.
It's a parody of Bush.
Gotcha.
It's called Gush.
All right, Zach, roll it, baby.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, babe?
what are you thinking about?
Nothing. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about a lot of shit.
What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about?
Well, it's November,
Hey!
which means when
Happy
this episode
November.
comes out, right about now-ish, is election time.
Right.
I think.
Yay, yeah, that sounds right.
I don't know if this is legal. I don't know if I should say this legal. Can I do that?
What? What are you about to do?
Well, I don't.
Do you want to whisper it
My
to me?
wife usually just votes something, and she's like, "Here, sign this." I'm like, "Oh, who do I vote for this year?"
Yeah, that's not legal.
You're not going to jail.
Yeah, you're going to vote jail.
How dare you?
Is that fraud?
It sounds like it.
No, not
But
against
you
your
signed
household.
it. Yeah, it's your fault. You signed away your vote, but you gave it to someone else who
Yeah.
you trusted.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's why I'm like, who we
doing?
voting for here?
Who's doing
Who
it?
sounds good this year?
you tell me what to do, babe.
So I thought it was funny
Okay.
the other day. This was like the day before Halloween or on Halloween.
Okay.
So a little bit ago. But I got this text from this guy running for city council in town.
Okay.
Not
Here
gonna,
in Spokane.
yeah, beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'm not going to say his name.
Okay.
But he sends this text out. Hi, Brian. Don't get tricked this Halloween by all the negative ads about this election. This is blah, blah, blah running for city council. And then he adds in it would be a real treat. He goes a bunch of stuff. It would be a real treat if I could earn your vote on November 7th.
Fuck you.
Nice little puns.
And first of all, getting texts like that drive me fucking nuts because it's like, where'd you get this number? Who'd you buy it from?
Yeah.
And don't talk to me like you know me or you care.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah. But then
Hey, Brian with a Y. You'd be like,
Oh, yeah, that's very specific. But then I thought it was funny. It was like, okay, that's annoying. But then it's like, oh, it's cringy because he's throwing in fucking puns. And then that started getting me thinking, like, if that's what that's what it was all the time.
Like every sort of holiday whatsoever, they had a little.
It's just everything's pun oriented. Where we're in Thanksgiving now, or so we just had Halloween. So the next text I get is like, hopefully that sugar rush got you
Didn't get you down.
got you down and got you to the polls.
Speaking of
rushing
who's
to
down.
the polls. Yeah.
Speaking of down, if you've seen the numbers, I'm slightly down.
So it'd be nice if that you didn't something about a crash,
Yeah.
like that post Halloween crash. You know, my numbers are crashing right now, and I could use another rush to the polls. And
Right. I mean, if you want me to wrap it up, I don't know. There's a rapper joke in there.
Right.
I tried. I tried to squeeze one in there.
yeah. It's not bad.
You're
I'm
busy.
sure there.
When you're busy stuffing turkeys, remember to stuff the ballot
box.
for Tom
Yeah,
Bob.
stuff
For
Ballot
Tom
box,
Bob. For city council in beautiful Northtown, Spokane.
I'd be thanks if you were giving me your vote this
Right.
November 6th or whatever.
What if he just didn't? Oh man, that's such a funny thought to me. What if he just didn't stop? Whoever this guy is, we're gonna call him. What'd you call him? Tom Bob.
Tom Bob.
Tom Bob.
All right.
Tom Bob for city council.
Tom Bobberson.
Tom Bobberson. Lamb. What was the Lambo? Jacko Lambo.
Jacko Lambern. Lambo.
Vice President.
So Tom Bob, like he just doesn't stop. Like it's 2 days after he goes, "Hey Brian,
Haven't heard back.
haven't heard back. I'm guessing you just didn't like my puns. What's a better way that I could talk to you? Just let me know. You know, I'm just, I really need your help right now." And you just look at it and you're like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
Put it away. Next day, you fucking boop, boop. Hey man, so I'm standing on the edge of the bridge.
It's like, putting this back on the top of your feed. Just checking in.
Just checking in, making sure you got it. Because right now, if you don't, you're going to see me in the
I'm
headlines.
on top of a bridge.
So I'm looking off the edge of the Monroe Street Bridge right now. Speaking of the Monroe Street Bridge, it needs some remodels, doesn't it? If you vote for me,
Your tax dollars will go to
putting
the
a cage
bridge
up.
repairs.
to putting a chain link fence up so people like me can't jump off the edge.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? Let me know.
Let me know.
You're like, that's weird, put it away. Next morning you wake up, he's like, I have 2 kids. Do you want them to grow up without a dad? Vote for Tom Bob this Tuesday.
You could be the difference.
It could be the difference between
It's
my
like-
kids turning into delinquents, and who
Right.
knows what they'll do.
Ending up in jail with that because not having a dad, or
Or worse, murdering a member of your family.
you don't want that kind of responsibility, right?
You wouldn't want that, right? I mean, that'd be crazy if they did that in 10 years. I'll be long gone because I'm about to jump off this bridge. Let me know.
We could nip that in the bud real quick
Real
though.
quick.
If you'd head down to the polls,
Get down to the polls. If you can see, the numbers are way down.
all the way down.
Splat.
Be a long free fall.
It's been a rough free fall for the last 3 weeks, Brian. We really could use your support. Reply stop to stop.
And then you realize, wait, this is getting very specific. Is this an automated thing, or is it him
Just doing
texting
it?
from his phone?
Just him to Brian with a Y. The next picture is like he's pulling his campaign sign out of your yard. It's like, guess I fucking wasted money again, huh?
Yeah.
Your kids are in the background playing. He's like, it's over the fence into your backyard. He's like, man, they're playing ball really good right now. It'd be a lot harder to throw a baseball with 2 broken arms.
Yeah.
Could sure use your vote. Jesus, Tom Bob. What the fuck you doing? Man, Miles is getting real good at throwing a baseball.
Oh,
Be a problem if you got ran over by a car tomorrow.
so specific.
Be a real bummer if you got hit by a Dodge Caravan.
Yeah, your little one. Look, he's got the legs of a free runner,
Yeah.
or a cross country guy. It'd be hard to win a cross country race without any functioning legs.
Set on fire. You're like, whoa. Has like nothing to do with it.
It'd be weird if his legs were charred. On account of
He's showing some real promise with that high jump. Be a bummer if you didn't have a house to live in because it caught on fire. You're like the threat doesn't quite make sense. Could sure use your vote.
he was like, you would definitely have a better shot at winning state and track if you had a house to live
If you
in.
had a healthy home to live in and there wasn't a bomb in the basement. Sleep title. I'll see you at the voting booth
See
tomorrow.
at the polls.
Reply stop to stop. What were you saying, Zach?
I was laughing.
Oh, nice.
Although I would say, advertising is already stupid enough. It
Oh,
already
yeah.
just insults us everywhere we go.
No, absolutely.
To add it from politicians who are arguably stupider than marketing people.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
It's so
thank you.
patronizing.
Yeah. But they don't seem to understand. They're not very self-aware. Or it's like, you're talking to 4-year-olds right now. The way you're talking is to children. But that's kind of maybe how they think of us. 'Cause
Oh,
they do want to be in
absolutely.
charge of us. So do you want to be in charge of anybody besides your own chitrons?
No.
Right.
Well, if you think you're that important, where these people are listening to every word you say, you kind of are treating us like that.
But
Like, these people believe us.
if you send an email like that, though, I mean, you kind of disqualify yourself to a lot of.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, I don't appreciate that tactic.
No, we
Who-
should
who
tar
else
and
is
feather
running?
those people. Tar and feathering needs to come back.
Get that back in the books.
Bring it.
It's funny because I have this weird feeling about it, because the text itself is annoying, because like I'm getting a text from someone who doesn't give a shit about me. He's just trying to get my vote. Someone sold my fucking number to him. So like that gets me mad. But then it's like, I don't know, it's kind of funny. You know, like it's like he threw in some puns in there. Like I can appreciate a good pun.
Yeah.
So I really want to be mad at him, but it's more just kind of like, oh, dude, come on. You know, like,
How bad would it be day after election? He writes, he's like, I can't believe it. We won. Like you turn on the news and it's like there's been a slaughter at the voting booth. We won. Turns out no one showed up to vote for the other guy. And I
just
won.
a trail of death.
Or the other one, like he wins, whatever, fair and square. And then he's like, all right, 2 years. We got great 2 years ahead of us. But in 2 years, I'm going to really need your help at the voting booth. I'm not going to promise anything. Everything I promise is fucking shit. So I'm going to really need you to stand by me. And every day for the following 2 years, he just reminds you, hey, Brian, you still counting your support, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so, Tom Bob.
That is the whole thing. It's like because the whole goal is to run again, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
here's what I'm going to do. And like, hey guys, I realized I didn't get this done,
But I used to have enough time.
but
So
I just didn't. So I could really use another couple years here.
yeah, no,
Get
just
this fixed.
I have full intentions of doing all that shit, but whew, Turns out it's pretty hard.
Instead, what we do is we vote someone in and then vote them out.
The next guy comes in and does the same thing.
The same thing, like, oh man, it's weird. Nothing's getting done.
Yeah, over and over. Okay, we have a lot of confessions to get to.
Yeah.
Let's jump into these babies.
Okay.
Zach, you got the right one ready? Yeah, you did.
Confessions.
Oh, sorry. Confessions. All right, you
You
ready?
fucked that up. Good
What?
job.
I know, he nailed it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
Oh, just look at it.
I'm a professional.
Yes. All right, so here's our first confession. A little sexual vibe.
Of the sexual nature.
Opening line. You can definitely tell where we're going here. It says, I lost my best friend because I made her come. Bummer.
Over?
Yay. For a little background, we are both women and are both in committed relationships with men. We make plans to go out, but her boyfriend wasn't available, so we went with just my boyfriend. We wind up drunk, high, and dirty from swimming in the local waters. Get back to my place, and I jump in the shower. She joins me. No big deal. Women just do shit like that, right? Yeah,
Do they?
More than men do, I guess. Yeah.
Can we have a separate show where we just get a bunch of emails from ladies talking about their
About other ladies?
about
Lady stuff?
just getting in a shower with another lady?
Is that your thing? You like
Well,
that?
no, I mean,
Oh.
it's not my thing, but I'll listen.
I mean, I'm here. I didn't leave, right?
The lady on lady's great, but I got to see some penetration with the penis. So if anybody has something like that,
I bet you it's so hard to find that on the internet. Yeah, it says, yeah, then her hand is around my throat and she's kissing me. Cool. I'm down. I pop out to see if my boyfriend cares and get the all clear. I go back to her. We mess around.
now I'm about to finger this bitch. Is that cool?
Is that fine?
That's fine.
That's
Cool.
fine. No problem, right? I mean, you're not going to be like, say it's fine now and then later be like, bring it up.
This isn't a test, right?
Okay. All right. Got the all clear.
Cool.
So I go back to her. We mess around. Then we move to the living room and get comfy. My boyfriend sends himself to bed so we can keep messing around. Honestly, what a great wingman. I get her off and she finishes with a, oh God, I'm glad to know I can still do that. Not even a minute later, she says, I don't know if this is going to be a deal breaker for him. Literally still mouth to puss. And now she tells me her boyfriend doesn't know and probably won't be okay with us hooking up. Had I known, I wouldn't have pursued it, but that doesn't really matter now. That is a funny time to bring that up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just like you get eaten out and you're like, oh man, yeah, I guess I'm single. And you're just like, what was that? What'd you say?
I picture that. I picture this like stop and look up like what?
What'd you?
What did you say? Let me get this straight.
Hold on one second. Okay. Let me get this straight. You didn't okay it? Okay. It says, anyways, we aren't friends now because she's decided that she wasn't going to tell him and that'd just be easier just to not be friends anymore. I'm not sure how she explained it to him that we are no longer friends, but that's not my relationship, not my responsibility. However, an evil little part of me loves knowing that I can get her off while he can't, and now she has to live knowing that. Thanks for letting me get this off my chest. I haven't been able to tell anyone except my boyfriend what happened. You didn't have to tell him. He knew.
Yeah. He was listening.
Yep.
He was watching, probably.
It was pretty devastating at first, but I realize now that she came on to me, then ended our friendship because she made a mistake that she couldn't take back. Bye! It's a lot to unpack.
It's interesting. That is kind of funny,
fun
though,
confession.
to think about, like, him and they're getting it on,
Mhm.
and she's just not having an orgasm. And she's like, oh, man, really could use Susie right now.
Could really use anything but this guy.
It's kind of the movies when they have like one person and then they kind of like blend and then they're looking at each other in bed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that. She's just like, the guy's like, ugh, and she's just like, she's bored. And then the other chick's laying in bed, just like
being like
fingering herself or something.
Or just being happy with her boyfriend because everything was talked about and figured out.
Watching a movie.
Yeah, watching the movie. She's like,
Taking a shower.
Could be eating puss right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you want to read our next confession?
Sure.
All right, do it.
Hey, daddies. I'm writing in to tell you that the time I basically committed a war crime on a gas station in Europe.
Nice.
Maybe that's playing up a bit, but I was still pretty nuts.
Okay.
So for our senior class trip, we went to Europe. Wow. Fun. Okay. And my buddies and I quickly devolved into throwing stuff from our hotel room windows because they were all very tall and we were assholes.
Got it.
It started small, from stuff like single serving boxes of Frosted Flakes, the little teeny ones.
Yeah.
Mostly empty water bottles, change, things like that.
Change.
that could
could definitely penetrate his skull.
Wasn't that always the thing? Like Empire State Building, Penny would go through someone's head. Well, we got a hotel that was next door to a gas station. We were trying to figure out what we could throw that would be fun, but also disposable. And we're coming up short. And then one of my friends brought a plastic grocery bag and said, "Let's fill it with water and throw it under the roof of the gas station." Being dumb as fuck, we all agreed and thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
Filled it to the brim and tied it together to keep the water contained, ran from one end to the other, and launched this hate crime off the hotel room.
I can see that being a good idea for sure at the time.
I just like how he phrased it. Launched this hate crime.
Just see ya. At the time, you just want to splash. That's all. You're just looking for a splash.
I'm trying to picture where this is going.
I'm about to find out. Ready?
Yeah.
Hit it.
Wound up falling short of the roof, thank God, but it hit the top of the gasoline pricing sign, and the concussion from it was like nothing I'd ever heard. It literally shook the entire hotel we were in. I'm going to do some math real quick just so Joe doesn't have to get it wrong.
Nice.
At 8 pounds with a target roughly 65 feet away in free fall, it would have hit the sign with around 17,000 foot-pounds of force, which is comparable to a 50 cal bullet. Luckily, the object was soft plastic, so it had a lot to give. When we looked in the morning, the entire top of the sign was cratered in.
Man.
I'm just glad that nobody got hurt, and after that, we were too nervous to throw shit off our hotel buildings anymore. I don't care if you guys use my name, and I don't care if you guys use my name, and I don't apologize for this long-ass email.
Why is throwing shit off buildings so much fun?
Good question.
I was just in Coeur d'Alene last
basic
weekend. I was just spitting off.
Yeah, what is that?
Because it's cool.
I know, but why?
It's like, look, physics, yeah.
I think so. It's like
it's just watching it fall.
Yeah, just like a primal instinct. You're like, all right, me high, me throw thing down. Like rolling tires down a hill. Fuck yeah.
Just
tires,
I was trying to think of
rocks.
like standing high, throwing shit.
Yeah.
Standing balcony.
Stand balcony, throwing bag in water.
Bag of water.
So much. 17 is, I mean, given he got his conversions correct, 17,000 pounds of force.
And then
It's
no
fucking
evidence,
crazy.
right? Because it's just water and it dried up.
Yeah, it just exploded, and they're so like they probably I picture the grocery bag still being stuck to the sign a little bit, and they're like, "How the fuck
How did a
did that?"
grocery bag do that?
But I mean, yeah, I can. The relief being that happy you didn't hit the roof of the building, because what could have happened? He just shot through the fucking roof.
Just kills the
clerk
person working there.
Just like doo. What an embarrassing way to die too. Get hit by a bag of water. Who had that on their bingo card?
Cause of death.
Bag of water.
Bag of water.
It's like that big snowball the other week.
Oh yeah, the giant snowflake.
No evidence.
Yeah, kills you and then melts. God.
Sounds like one of those riddles.
Yeah. What's stabby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What could fall through a roof?
Have no evidence and then kill somebody and then be embarrassing to their family. Like, what could that be? Yeah, I mean, imagine like the ring on you push the doorbell. Family opens the door and there's an officer with his hat off standing there. He's like, "We lost him." Oh no, what happened? And he's like,
Hold
on. He got hit by a bag of water.
trying to do that with a straight face when your family's what?
Oh, fucking what? A bag of water, ma'am.
Like, did the bag suffocate him? Did it go over? No.
Just water.
No.
Just water in a bag. Yeah. Fucking crazy. Anyway, there's no evidence as you can imagine. Have a good day.
Yeah. No sign of foul play. Probably was, but there's no sign of it.
There's no sign of it because, it was a bag of water.
And the sign's destroyed.
So I don't know. There's a lot of irony in this whole thing. And we're just pretty bummed that he's dead. And pretty bummed we weren't there to see it.
All right. So we'll see you at the funeral.
See you at the funeral. Free YO water. But they don't have water at the funeral, so you want to bring your own bottle of water. Okay, let's move off to our next confession. This one. Am I gross for being slightly fascinated by horse dicks?
No.
Not sexually, although I am a straight woman and I just like dick. I am a mail carrier and I deliver to a lot of very rural towns. Some of these towns are mostly dominated by Amish households who tend to have a lot of horses. Every time I go there, I tend to look around at the horses just to see which ones are males and which ones are sporting enormous dicks. And I can't help but have it catch my eye. It's kind of like when you see a car accident and you just can't stop staring. Maybe it's because their dicks are human-like, especially people like Joe. Hey-o! I don't know. Am I gross for this, or would y'all consider it natural?
No, I mean, dicks are funny.
Dicks, man. You can't not look at a massive horse dick. You can't just be like, that's not there. It's there.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing to go searching out horse dicks.
If she goes out, if she's like, yes, got a delivery to the Smiths today. Look, so many dicks. Look at the horse dicks. Like singing little songs as she drives out there.
There's a dick. Ooh, lot of dicks.
Lot of dicks, dude. Little horsey dicks. Like, if you're getting pumped to go out there to look at horse dicks, I mean, I doubt you're alone, but I don't know. I don't want to say it's weird. Like I said, I haven't spent. I mean, I grew up in plenty of farms around. There was not. Let me just try and put it this way. There wasn't a single time that I was going out to like a buddy's ranch, right? And I was like, "Fuck yeah! I'm so pumped! I'm having a play date at Ben's because I can't wait to see all those horse dicks." Like that's never been a thought.
Yeah,
not one time.
Not one time am I just being like, today's going to be a great day to look at horse dick.
My cousin and I, we used to go out to we had a farm, and we used to throw apples at the horses' butts, and it made them fart. Nothing sexual.
Nice.
Just it would hit them in the butt, and they would kick and fart. It was hilarious.
That is fucking funny.
Yeah.
Even funnier if a big dick's bouncing around with it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I get that.
That would have added extra points to it for sure.
Extra points.
Just swinging dick around.
Fucking throwing apple, swinging dick.
You know what I mean?
Are you just bored with horse dicks there, Joe? Is that the problem? No. Just looking in the
mirror?
Well,
he's looking at his own dick, yeah.
Just another...
It's like once you've seen one horse cock, you've seen them all.
Oh, yeah, you mean like every morning?
Food. Actually, I was designing some cards, and I had to actually put a dick on a horse. And it's a pretty interesting look. It's like a churro. Yeah, it's just like I had to pull a dick pic from somewhere of a horse dick.
Nice.
And it's like, wow, that is really odd looking. Really alien looking, yeah.
Alien looking peen.
Have you ever watched a horse get ejaculated?
I no comment. Maybe.
Have you had to jerk off a horse?
Never had to jerk off a horse.
You've seen it?
The little sleeve that they do?
I signed up for it, but they didn't allow me to.
They did a background check?
They're like, no.
You know how bad your background has to be to not be allowed to jerk horses off?
Your credit's too low, sir.
You have to have a sketchy background. If they do a little, they're like, it's just formality. No one has ever been turned down from jerking horses off.
590 credit score, no horse jerking for you, buddy.
This is just something we got to do with the LLC. Like, to keep that intact. And they do one, and they're like, to get away from my horse. Like, they're like, you're nowhere near the stable, Zach. You can't even milk cows with this shit. You gotta, man, what did you do?
If there was a fucking waiting period or some sort of a fucking
like a waiting list,
or no, like a waiting period, like you go sign up to jerk horses off, and they're like, all right,
you mean like buying a gun?
Yeah, like you gotta run your background check, and we'll call you in 3 days.
Cool off first.
Yeah, your cooling down period, because they're just thinking you're going there to like you get something out of it. Like I'm just going to jerk horses off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're like, listen, we're good. Everyone looks at some weird porn from time to time.
Period.
Okay, everyone, we're gonna need you to go home. Just go jerk off. Okay,
get it out of your system.
And then come back here and you tell me you still want to jerk a horse off. But just go flush it out. Get the jitters out, and see if you still want to do this in 48 hours.
It's basically like you go to a sperm bank.
Mm-hmm.
They send you into a little room. Like, oh, you want to jerk this horse off? Sure do. All right,
come back.
Pop in here. They hand you like
They handcuff you.
Yeah.
That's the only question they ask. All right, take a seat. And they just get a picture of a horse dick out. Like, how does it make you feel? Like, yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, cuff him. Cuff this motherfucker.
Get him, boys.
Get him out of here. Unbelievable. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool, Dick.
What do you think about that?
What do you think?
What does that do for you?
Nothing. How about this one? It's a fucking cow udder. I don't know. That's pretty cool. Cuff him! Get the fuck out of here. Not in my sperm bank. Not in my fucking sperm bank.
That's like some weird straight
jerking
versus
for Jesus.
Gay.
Like super weird rules. At a religious themed sperm bank.
Jerking for Jesus.
Flipping like reading the Bible. Does this do anything for you? No, I hate this. Get out of here. This is one of the sexiest verses in the whole Bible. Nothing? Get out of here.
That would be a fun top 5. Sexiest verses in the Bible.
Sexiest verses in the Bible. Which one? The one where everyone gets burned? Or the one where, like, you know, other things that are in the Bible because I haven't read it in 40 years?
I love this little playground that we're in right now where there's some stipulation to like
To
whether you're okay to go jerk these horses off, but if you come back like, sorry, there's a ding, like you got dinged somehow, like there was you put in your thing and you're like, you know, like if you're checking your credit and you're like, oh, sorry, I like what is that thing that they're like, sorry, we can't let you jerk this horse off.
Listen, this was right on the we met. This was right on the line.
The board voted.
The board voted, and you need to get out of here. It was unanimous.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
It was 5-4. It was close, but you're not jerking off horses today. All right, Zach? Not again.
Yeah, try again. Try again in a couple weeks.
I'm gonna go find a llama.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's got to be something around here I can jerk off.
I know there's some quadruped dicks around here somewhere.
What about that one? He's so old.
He's just in a corner in an alley jerking off a dog. It's fine. This is better. This is okay.
Fine. At least I'm doing something with my day. Fucking drive all the way out here. Fucking waste of gas and we have to jerk off anything. No, last thing and then we'll move on. But when you said, well, we have to. When you said there's a ding, for whatever reason, I pictured it like when you're renting a car or like a jet ski, you have to go around and write the damage. You're going out to Dick Jerk Horse Farm. And they take you fill out the little graph. You look at the dick, you're like, little blemish there. So that when you're done, you don't get charged for the damage.
I didn't do that.
That was there when I got here.
It's like the UPS truck not UPS, like a U-Haul truck.
Yeah, you're like, a little something here on the fender.
Make sure to write down anything that you see because so you won't be held accountable.
So you're walking around this horse dick
with a little
scribble pad.
A pad. You walk around,
circling the balls. You're like, that one's bigger. I don't get charged for that. Left one's hanging a little low.
They get charged.
No way I'm getting charged for that again. Learn my lesson.
Exactly. Experience, baby.
That was an experience.
Now, would you like to get the horse the coverage,
the extended coverage?
Extended coverage.
No, that's a ripoff. I got it last time. I ended up paying for 2 left nuts. So no, thank you. Actually,
are you sure?
Are you sure?
Oh,
fool me once. Walking around circling stuff.
Oh, so hot.
No, you think that won't show up? Man, better circle it.
You better safe than sorry. You just got to write everything down.
You just circle the whole dick. Like, I've just gotten in so much trouble. We're gonna say this is all the way. This was all here before I got here. Now give me that dick.
Just visualize like an Amazon review for that too, or some sort of review. It's like a horse jerking off farm, and people when they go home they write the reviews, like the 5-star versus the 1-star.
Like this all horse... 5 stars, and then just one person, Zach. It's like there's like 8 1-star reviews, and it's Zach. And he's like, they wouldn't let me jerk off a horse again. Fuck this place.
Again. I came in 3 weeks in a row. Would not let me jerk this thing
Nothing but
off.
5 stars. I went through everything. All the steps I needed to.
I jumped through all the hoops.
I sanded my hands. Or whatever. I don't know what the requirements are for a horse jerk farm. Right. Okay.
I'm visualizing like someone being like 1-star, horse wouldn't come.
Horse barely came.
It took forever.
I was late for dinner.
Forearm burn.
I got in trouble with my wife because I was late for dinner because this horse would never fucking come. And I know I'm good at it because I come so fast. 1 star.
The last horse, I mean, it was like that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the connection or whatever. Like, he looked me in the eye. This horse wouldn't even look at me, and fucking I was late for dinner. He never came. Waste of time, 1 star. Would not recommend. Go down the street to Jimmy's Jerk Farm.
I was going to say, don't
quit wasting your time.
Yeah, go down to the other one.
Quit wasting your time at Jerk for Jesus. Head down to Jimmy's Jerk Farm, where they actually take care of their customers. You even get a gift bag
to go. A sample.
You even get to keep some of the semen. Okay, let's move on to our next confession. Go ahead, Brian. We got to get onto it.
Oh, I don't know where we're at. Okay,
that one.
I've been with my husband for 8 years.
Okay.
Married for 4.
Nice.
The last month or two, things have been going downhill.
Fuck.
I've been talking to another guy for a while now. I was up front with him about being married and all that.
Okay.
We regularly,
nice word,
such a weird, hook up. I asked him if he was single because I could handle hurting one person, but not someone I didn't know. Sounds heartless, I know, but I don't give a fuck at this point.
Okay, I got it.
He informed me he was single.
Okay.
3 days later, I'm scrolling around Facebook when I see a familiar face and the people you may know.
Mm-hmm.
I click on it, and it's Mr. Single himself. The profile, you ask? His wife's. Now I kind of have this subconscious moral dilemma, but I think at the point of not caring anymore. I'm at the point of not caring anymore.
Yeah. That one's tough. And I actually remember this one coming through the emails, and I responded. And it was just like, well...
Tread lightly.
It all goes the same way. Like, you either handle it now and just get out and do what's best if you're not happy, or you got to throw the fucking brakes on and go 100% back into your marriage. Things are going to be different forever. You've already stepped outside, and once you do that, it's just like it's so easy to do it again. Like, once that line is crossed and you somehow have rewired your brain into being like, I could do these things. Speaking from experience,
the line gets a little blurry.
And eventually just fucking goes away. And it's not fair for anybody involved, especially your husband. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. Like, I don't know the ins and outs of the relationship. Like, this would be what I mean by that. Like, let's say it's a fucking abusive relationship. The husband is an asshole. Then you're like, well, I'm going to fucking do this. I'd be like, all right, cool. Like,
but there's still another person involved.
There's the
other guy's wife.
Exactly. There's all of this other shit involved. Totally. And so just know the chances of it exploding are way up there. How do you want it to go down?
Maybe you should seduce the wife.
Yeah.
And then that way, there's
cheat with both him and his wife.
Yeah.
And then convince them to not tell each other.
Right. And then have the wife bang your husband. So then everybody's got the secret.
Yeah. Or then you just like, I caught you all.
Mm-hmm.
And then
like, well, let's just have like an orgy now.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to fucking head on down to Jimmy's Jerk Farm. Fucking rub some out.
Anytime you're thinking about cheating
on
your wife, go down to Jimmy's Jerk Farm.
I can see the billboard right now. You think about cheating?
It's like usually like it's jerking for Jesus, right? That's the jerking for Jesus sign. Thinking about cheating?
Does lust got you down?
Yeah.
Come out to jerking for Jesus and let one go or whatever.
Just say nay.
Just say nay. With the happiest horse it's ever been.
All teeth.
Come see Happy.
Happy.
Come see Sunshine.
Happy Slappy.
Come see Sunshine over at fucking Jesus Jerk Ranch. I don't know when this email came. I'm just going to tell you right. I put the brakes on. I know you don't give a fuck. And you reach that point where you don't give a fuck. Then I am going to say, do the right thing and just, you got to get out. You got to get out. You got to get out. Either get out of your marriage and get out of the relationship and just be single and just get back out. But just fucking put all the brakes on. Put all the brakes on. That's the only advice I have. Just don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
It's like, honestly, it's like any lie that you're in. It's just like that stress of like, I got to keep living. It's best to just do, put an end to it.
Brutal. All right, so here's the
real quick. Real quick.
You get music for it then.
I love the idea of like somebody reviewing. Like, I went down to G's Jerk Farm because I was feeling like I needed to like I was feeling lustful.
Mm-hmm.
I went down there and jerked off a horse. Didn't change.
And my wife has never been happier. Or what? You're like, what?
Or it's like, no, I still had to. So I went out and cheated. Like it didn't work.
I almost cheated. Yeah. I wish I would have gone out to Jimmy's Jerk Farm. Instead, I'm divorced. My kids are from a broken home. I should have just jerked off a horse. I'll never not listen to Jimmy again. Oh, how things could have been different if I just would have jerked off.
Just would have jerked off Happy the
whatever quarter horse. The apple. What are they called? I wish I knew more horses at this point.
Clydesdale.
It's
gotta have a sizable
talk
weed.
about having your hands full.
Yeah. Budweiser.
So my best friend in high school, John, who was 15, had a crush on Brittany, who was 18. He had told me about her, how he thought she was a contender for the one. There's a ton of quotations in this thing. I then made it my mission to wingman my ass off and get my guy the girl. One day after school, we were all hanging out together. I'm making sure to give them room. I'm talking them up, calling them cute together. That is a good wingman. You've played that role before? I've done that before for friends. He's probably the best person on the planet.
Yeah, but then what happens is they're like, wow, you're such a good friend. Blow you instead.
Well, fuck. Here we go. Everything I had ever known
right in front of him
about attraction at 14, it seemed to be going well. We went back to his house, hung out, and played video games. They took the 2-seater couch, and I took the recliner. I mean, probably more comfortable anyway. She got bored with the games, and one of us mentioned hide and go seek for nostalgic fun, so we did. After a couple of rounds, hiding in closets and bathrooms in the house, we end up all hanging out in one closet together in pitch blackness. Jackpot! Here's the perfect time for me to give them their space and let the magic happen. Whose hand is that? I ask as I feel a hand graze the front of my pants. Sorry, says John. Thinking that he might have done it on accident, I don't pay attention to it, and as we all just keep talking. I feel it again, but this time it stops, grabs a handful, and then Brittany kisses me. John is still talking.
Still put the moves on.
Anyway, so that was...
So there it was, jerking off this horse.
Ah, man. So I was a third lamp I broke that day. My mom was like really upset. You're just tugging your dick. Mm-hmm. John is still talking and doesn't notice anything as she continues to feel me up. Then one thing led to another, and while John was still standing there talking to a distracted audience, Brittany and I do nothing. I fight off every dumb caveman thought in my brain and took the lead to leave the closet. She and I hooked up a couple days later, and that's when it happened. But I had to put in the backstop. Maybe as well make it a fake out.
Might as well make it
a fake out. I haven't told John about it, and Brittany said she was going to because she felt bad about it. But I haven't heard anything yet, and John and I still talk from time to time. I still feel bad about it, but take small comfort that 1, I didn't initiate it, and 2, teenage boys will fuck anything. 3, she started it. Or maybe I'm a dirtbag. You decide. This Sunday. Beautiful downtown Coeur d'Alene.
Sunday.
We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Kids seat still $5.
$5. Sponsored by Little Richard's Hot Dogs.
By Jimmy's Jerk Farm.
Jimmy's Jerk Farm. Happy wife, happy horse. What? Well, you called that one, Brian. You knew exactly where it was going. The whole fucking, you're like, yeah, well, fucking, then you start kissing this chick in the closet. I've never wingman that ended up hooking up with the person I was wingman for, trying to get with the other girl.
Because you're a good wingman.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sure. There's been times though where you like early on high school shit, like someone like a buddy like likes this girl, and then like things just don't work out with them, and then months later you're like, okay, are you free game? Am I right?
So you're like Maverick. You're just leaving your wingman and plowing the fucking MiG a couple days later.
These are all references I don't know.
Top Gun.
But I'm sure they're great.
Top Gun references.
Yeah, I knew that. I guess I know who these people are.
Yeah, Iceman.
Who do you think you are?
I am dangerous. Iceman.
Iceman.
Who do you think you are?
Iceman. Okay, read the next confession for us, Brian guy.
Okay, here's a little goose grease for you. When you want to shoot shit with your gaggle.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
A little goose grease.
Yeah.
Fuck, sounds expensive.
Growing up in the vast woodlands of Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Sounds like
downtown.
Yeah.
Welcome to beautiful Michigan's Upper Peninsula.
Where over a third of the state's landmass contains about 5% of the population, and logging is a primary industry.
So many fucking horse dicks out there.
Mm-hmm. I recently had an astonishing realization. My only knowledge about chainsaw safety was provided to me by a general surgeon during a routine breast biopsy. What? That's a sentence.
Tell me more.
Yeah, I'm listening. While on a surgical rotation in nursing school, I was able to stand in with a surgical team as they performed various scheduled operations. One of them was a routine excision of a small breast mass. The well-seasoned surgeon there that day took the opportunity to regale his captive audience with a few of his more gruesome tales from the surgical trenches.
Okay.
Holding coffin.
And the surgeon's like, stop me if you've heard this one.
Yeah, so there it was.
So there I was.
Balls deep in a chainsaw. Mm-hmm. While we began cutting into the twilight sedated patient on the table, he started with asking, does anyone know how to properly use a chainsaw? There was no response other than a few uncomfortable laughs and uneasy glances from behind surgical masks. That's always been that's kind of seductive though too. Like
just eyeballs?
Like seeing like a nurse, she might be ugly underneath the thing, but there's something about her eyes looking at you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Nice eyes.
Yeah.
At least got that.
Yeah. Where was I? He went on, well then, let me tell you how not to use one. He then told us about what he called his traumatic and tragic case when he was on his trauma rotation as a resident in doctor school.
Doctor school. Just down the street.
Right next to Jimmy's fucking...
Jimmy's jerk farm.
Yeah.
Jimmy's Jizz Factory? Talk about horse glue, am I right?
I was gonna make a glue joke too. A woman was brought into the ER having sustained massive deep cuts to her breasts and chest wall from a chainsaw.
Yikes.
She had been clinging to life when she got there. The story he was given was how the woman received her injuries was epic. Apparently, the woman had been having a rootin' tootin' argument with her lumberjack husband after a few too many drinks. At some point, she became physically violent with him, and he attempted to de-escalate the situation. He locked himself in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
This occurred back in the late 60s, early 70s, and a lot of the houses in the area were old. Mining area, early 1900s, have solid wood doors.
Okay.
This enraged the woman even more, leading her to grab his chainsaw out of his truck, fire it up, and take a running lunge at the bathroom door, slamming the running blade against it with all her might.
Man.
This is where he inserts the lesson of chainsaw etiquette and physics. With the rotating blade and the dense, solid, flat surface, you need to approach it slowly with steady force. Otherwise, it will immediately bounce back at you in the same amount of force will essentially bisect you.
Oh, man.
So now I know, knowing.
So now I know.
So now I know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
Well, this is a doctor story. Oh, you're not going to believe this one. And you're just like, this is something that the doctor probably told, like around a Thanksgiving table, like, you know, like cutting into his turkey.
Oh, this reminds me.
This is the craziest shit. You guys are great.
Hand me the breast.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of breast, this one chick came in, fucking basically cut in half. Yes, and she was fucking running to the door with the chainsaw.
We passed the gravy.
We passed the stuffing. I mean, if this lady was full of this stuff, the stuffing, we came shooting out. Fuck, this is good though. But it's such a doctor thing. Like the lesson is the most fucked up story, but they're all so jaded.
Yeah, they've seen it all.
They've seen it all. So there's nothing left. They don't feel like they just fucking care. Okay.
Nice bedside or tableside manner.
Yeah. Oh man, I saw the craziest thing at work today, hon. Oh yeah, what was it? All right, just dive into it at 11 p.m.
So this guy
bed.
came in holding his penis.
Yeah, you're not gonna believe this.
In his hand,
and it was me. He rips the sheets off, and his dick's gone. Ha ha! Gotcha.
Abracadabra.
Happy anniversary. Okay, this is our final confession for today. Around early 2004, before I joined the military, me and my boy went out to Hooters for a fine gourmet dinner.
Ooh, yeah.
Before I shipped off to the shittiest state in the United States, Texas. Sorry if you're from Texas. I don't mind it. I've been plenty times. Congratulations to the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, go Rangers.
That's fun for them.
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Yeah. Well, it should have been the Mariners. Where was I? Oh, can I just mention, or really quick here, for people that aren't from the area of Spokane or Coeur d'Alene, there's a Hooters between the two towns. Used to be a Hooters, now it's a church. I just want to make sure they know that. Yeah. So that's fun. Because we are badasses, we decided to order 3 entrees smothered in their 9/11 sauce. I have a stomach of steel, by the way. We'll see. We split.
I feel like we should clarify that's probably the 911 sauce and not 9/11.
Well, you never forget. We split 2 dozen shrimp, 2 dozen wings, and some type of French fry concoction, all soaked in their 911 sauce. We hammered it all home and bounce. Now, I'm 6'3", at the time about 190 pounds, and this asshole drove a small-ass Chevy S10 single-cam pickup. We're heading home, and about 5 minutes after we left, I felt my stomach do something it's never done and has never done since. It cried. I told my buddy he has 60 seconds to pull this fucking truck over before I shit myself. This was no exaggeration. He said I was fine and to hold it.
Oh, you're good, dude.
You're good.
Are you sure they didn't go to Arby's? That sounds like an Arby's experience.
It sure does. I told them the next exit he needs to pull off, or we're going to have to stick a match in this thing when we get home. He senses the fear in his voice, and he immediately cuts off a handful of cars and catches the next off-ramp. I told him to stop the truck right now. We're halfway down the off-ramp when he pulls over, jumps the curb into the grass, and I jumped the fuck out. There were trees lined up right off of the off-ramp, and I fucking beelined it right to the closest tree, drop my pants, mount the fuck up, and unload my insides. I feel the backsplash on the back of my calves. It sounded like a pressure washer pointed straight into the ground. Fuck yeah. As my eyes rolled into the back of my head, I came to and realized, I thought for a second I was going to see I came. Like,
I also came.
I also
jizzed my...
So anyway, I went home and came out to my family. I'm just like, the what? How did we get here? As my eyes rolled back into my head, I came to and realized all the fucking cars' headlights exiting the off-ramp are pointed right at me. I started to panic and had no idea where my boy was.
Just so exposed.
I hear a bit of noise and I'm thinking, God damn it, is it the cops? Sure enough, I look right and there's my buddy posted up on a tree next to me shitting his brains out too. We both start laughing and I ask him if he has any napkins or anything in his micro machine truck, which he did. Thankfully, his truck was partially parked on the grass, half hanging over the curb, so he didn't have far to go. The whole time cars were slowing down, got several cars flashing their bright lights at us, intentional or not. We clean up, jump in his go-kart and leave. To this day, we laugh about it all the time. Since the end of 2022 into 2023, I've been through a metric fuck ton of shit, but you guys have helped me through it all. I love the show. I refuse to listen to anyone else, and rarely do I actually laugh my ass off. Most recently, the episode where you guys lose about the dude who sleeps with his teddy bear. I'm not sure. Some missing word in there. We talked about the guy that still sleeps with his teddy bear, worked the graveyard shift, and woke up at 9:30 p.m. I even went to YouTube to watch it. I can't even over-exaggerate how awesome you guys are and listen to you guys every night while I wind down and dread the day when I have to wait like a fucking peasant for the next episode. Keep up the good work and tell Zach he's the cherry on top. Oh, thank you. Love a good shit story.
Yay.
Good stuff. All right. Well, thank you guys for the confessions. If you have one, please send them in. All of them. We want to see them. We'll do another confessions episode down the road. Just head to heyguys@canyoudon'tpodcast.com. That's where you send that in, plus anything else you want to see on the show. All ready for some good news?
Yes.
Let's fucking zack it up then, dude.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Hooray. We aren't doomed.
Yeah! All right. What is it? What is the good news?
Well, this is gonna be funny because all the people that give me shit for having an electric car.
Oh, nice.
Students build world's first off-road solar-powered SUV and drive it across Morocco.
Well, that's pretty fun.
Students in the Netherlands have designed a solar-powered SUV that doubles as a small camper van to produce the ultimate concept car for off-grid adventure in sunny climes.
Love it.
Driving 620 miles across Morocco, the Stella Terra, as it's called, showed a wide variety of advantages over existing electric SUVs. Morocco has a huge variety of landscapes and of huge surfaces in quite a short distance. Car test on every type of surface in a car like this. Sound like the Micro Machine guy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You can read about it if you want.
Yep.
But how fucking cool is that? Because that's the one thing, like, I've had trucks and stuff like that, and I've always thought about, like, getting some sort of a solar setup.
Yeah.
But you still have to drive up there. Then you can set up and then run everything off solar. But if you could just drive and run all this shit off solar and basically be free of any sort of, like, I have to stop for anything.
Yeah, no charge station, just go.
Yeah, just go off road and you just go into the fucking wherever you want to go.
They're going to figure it out. And that intersection, that point when they have solar power vehicles that never have to stop mixed with you don't have to drive it is going to be one hell of a time to be alive. Like, you're just like, I don't know, like you work from home and you just get in a car and you just fuck off. And then you wake up in New York City. Like, by the time you have to do anything, you're in, like, you could be across the entire country.
It'll be like a bullet train,
Just
solar
fucking
bullet train.
Amazing. Yeah, just whatever. See you there. I'll just work. I'll work this week. And then I time it right. I took off on Wednesday. And by the time the weekend hits, I'm in fucking Miami. And you just work.
Yeah, they'll have basically they're like an office.
It won't have to look like a car. You talked about that. Like, we're just so used to it having to have car things. If you don't need all that shit, it's just a living room now.
Yeah.
You'll have TV and couch and just it drives you across the country.
Just sitting couch, hanging living room.
Yeah.
So much cross-country jerking off will be occurring.
Yes. Sitting couch, jerking horse.
What do you to go fucking horse cock to jerk off?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I'm very excited about the advancements in the solar powered world.
Maybe I shouldn't ruin this by saying, do they have like a horse cock dildo that you can buy?
Yes.
Certainly.
Come on. That was the silliest thing you've ever asked.
I'm just going to horse cock dildo.
Okay, you look that up, and we're going to move off to the, hey, look what I found, okay?
Hanky's Toys, okay?
Hanky's Toys?
Yeah, that's what the website is. Oh, there it is.
The internet is pretty wild. Depending on your browsing habits, you can either experience something super cool or go to prison. Crazy, right? Let's check it out together as a couple. Hey, look what I found.
Yes! That's awesome!
You want to show this real quick?
What?
Zach?
You gonna show it?
Just real quick.
As long as you don't get in trouble for
yeah,
it.
maybe we shouldn't.
Oh, that's my computer. Uh-oh. Yeah, don't show
Yeah,
it.
don't show it.
Okay.
It's gigantic.
Gigantic horse dick?
It is nice.
It is not. It is
It's on Hanky's Toys. Oh, horsecock dildo porn videos. Not going to go there, though.
Well, you could. But yeah, it's there. It's a whole thing. I mean, if they got dragon tentacle dildos, bet your ass they got a horse dildo.
I guess yeah.
They got a horse pussy. I know that much.
Yesterday I saw a Darth Vader dildo with all the buttons and all the weird shit on them.
Nice.
That looks like that hurt.
Did you come?
Did you come yet? I am Luke's father. What?
I'm your stepdaddy.
I'm your stepdad. So, holiday stretch. Heading into the holiday season, right? Tons of holiday movies. Blah, 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 tons of movies. And the reason I thought about this was looking around. I forget. I think it was Nightmare Before Christmas because we had talked about it. And then I was thinking, well, I wonder if you can watch that right now. And then I started just bouncing around to different streaming platforms. And I got it like 2 in, and it just stopped. And I was like, there's got to be something better. Because there's so many streaming platforms, there's got to be one easy, one-stop place.
A one-stop shop.
For me to figure out where something is streamed. So there is, and it's justwatch.com. That's it. It's that simple. You go in, and you just search for whatever movie you're looking for, and it tells you on what platform it is available. And it tells you, like, some of them you have to buy, blah, 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 blah. And then some places, whatever. It just tells you exactly where it's at. But some have it for free. Like Netflix is like free on Netflix, but it's $2.99 on Prime Video. But it tells you all that stuff. Give me a movie. Let's see if it's streaming somewhere.
Barbie.
Well, all right. Barbie will be there. So I look up Barbie. I'm going to push enter on Barbie. There we go. Zach, you want to bring it up here? So it tells me that you have it available on Cinema something. Got it's for $20 on Apple TV, $20 on Amazon,
and the different versions of
Google
Barbie.
Play. Blah, 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 blah. Microsoft Video. Who has that? First of all,
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep, didn't know that existed. Zach, give me a movie.
RoboCop 2.
Ooh. RoboCop.
Wish I would have thought something cool like that.
RoboCop 2, 1990. Let's see if it's available anywhere. You can stream it on Fubo, and you can rent it for $3.99 on Apple TV.
Gotta go.
Kickboxer.
Those are the watch nows, but it has all these other best price stream, rent, buy. You see them all listed there. You can watch it on Roku, but it has ads, so it tells you every single place it is.
I just pulled up Kickboxer.
Yeah.
We got Vudu, Tubi with ads, Pluto, Plex, all those Apple. Yeah.
So that's a nice little thing. JustStream.com.
I like that.
I like it. All right,
because I actually do that. I'm like, we'll be like, oh, what movie do we want to watch? And I'm like, okay, where can we find it? And then I have to Google it, and then usually it's not the where it says it was like a year ago or something.
Has the updated list that's not actually updated.
No matter what happens when you go to Prime, it's like $2.99.
Yeah. Prime's like, here's all these videos you can watch with ads, and then we have 5 of them for free.
Yep.
Thanks for your money. Okay, let's hear from some of our kids this week.
Okay.
I think it's time to do that. Hey, Zaki Poo.
All right, let's hear what you guys think.
Really? You want to talk to me? Wow, that's cool.
All right. What you got there? Whoa, what's that?
Our first email is coming in from our son, Mike.
Okay, hey, Mike.
Hey, Mikey. Hey, how you doing? Huh? Hey, daddies. Papa Joe.
Okay.
Oh, hey, daddies.
Okay.
Papa Joe, you keep talking about getting busted with your switchblades at the airport.
Yeah.
I'd like to confess to you of what I got away with.
Okay.
My ex-wife, should this be a confession? My ex-wife and I went on our honeymoon to the Bahamas in June of 2008. Me being me, I kept an eye on security when we were on our way off the plane in Freeport. Where the fuck that is.
Okay.
Wednesday, we were almost out of money with $77 left, and I hit $950 in one hit.
Nice.
We decided to celebrate and wander through Freeport looking for nightlife. It's like, or we could put this money away. It's like, nah, fuck it, dude. Let's go spend it.
Yeah, let's go. What are you, a pussy?
Fucking pussy still.
Okay.
Local was watching us from a bar and said, Bud or blow? He had to repeat it because we were dumb tourists. My ex looks at me, blow? I replied, Bud? Well, we decided on Bud, and we were shuffled away in an early 90s Century for a long drive with a strange person. What are you doing?
Getting Bud is what they're doing.
Oh, my God. For the hurricane-ravaged countryside at 10 o'clock at night in a rundown apartment complex. As he's inside getting our quarter for 50, she and I are planning our escape plan in case it goes wrong. Well, it didn't go wrong, and he handed us some of the most beautiful buds I ever saw.
Yay.
When I heard Bud, the first thing I thought of was beer. Like, you want blow or Budweiser?
You want cocaine or Budweiser? Would you like cocaine or vitamin B?
Oh, my God.
Ibuprofen or Molly? Just so far away from each other.
The ends of the spectrum.
Gatorade or ecstasy?
Oh.
Okay.
Whenever you go to someone's house, like, want a beer or water or whatever? Like, if it was that.
Yeah. Cocaine
do you have any meth?
Yeah, cocaine or meth. Which one you want?
I don't.
Most beautiful buds we ever saw.
We went back to the motel to have crazy motel smoke.
Nice. Okay,
so now I set the picture for why I did what I did next. It was good weed, and I wasn't leaving it behind. As I said, I eagle-eyed the security on the way in, and I knew we would make it out of the Bahamas, but wasn't sure about the U.S. I stuffed a bag of minus 4 to 5 bowls into my cargo shorts, and I walked right through customs, lying through my teeth when asked if I was carrying any plants or vegetation. When we got to our seats, my ex leans over and says, I can smell it.
Oh, boy.
Needless to say, I was a bit paranoid for the rest of the trip to Denver, even after my Axe body spray treatment. Sorry, not sorry for the length. Big Mike. P.S. And boy, I have some poop stories for you because I used to work in a gas station and clean the bathrooms.
Oh, man.
My own personal story is an amendment to the story. Love you, brother. Bye.
Oh, man.
Yeah, send some of those in. I love a good poop story.
Man, I'm glad you didn't get caught.
Yeah.
Back in my weed smoking days, I remember that, but not like going through security, but over to a friend's house, and you'd smoke and you thought everything was fine. And you'd be sitting there later and be like, my whole body smells like weed. And you sit next to the parents, you're like, there's no way you don't know.
We got stopped at the Canadian border.
With a bunch of weed?
I didn't know. I had gone to bed early, and my two friends were up smoking that night.
No.
And then they had some weed on. We were going to a Pearl Jam concert in Vancouver.
Nice.
And we get stopped, and they're like, then they finally told me. And I was so fucking sick because I was like, I have to call.
Pissed.
I was like, I'm gonna have to call my mom and say that we got busted for weed at the Canada border.
Mm-hmm. That's a fun one.
But they let us go.
Good. Well, that's nice of them. Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. Cool Canadians, man.
Canada used to be a real country. It was kick-ass then.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Okay, let's read our last little bit here. It's coming in from our fighter son, Jim, who says, similarly aged daddies, and a nice warm hug for Uncle Z. Oh. Totally weird for you to be father figures and my uncle because we are the same age-ish, and fuck, I please don't understand the Ancestry.com bullshit necessary to explain that one branched, fucking explain that one branched Charlie Brown-ass family tree. That was a hard one to get through, but I got it.
Sounds like me reading.
I'm also not into daddy talk, so fuck you twice, please.
Get to the point.
All the pleases,
Jim.
all the pleases will make sense. But please, on to the redeeming end of things. I don't want to be a downer, but I've also at times struggled with possibilities of self-harm. I was the male in an abusive relationship, marriage for 13 years. I'm talking, please explain your black eye via stupid stories about an accidental elbow picking up the keys type of abuse. Oh, it's fun. I officially ended the marriage when my now ex-wife attempted to hit me with an aluminum bat in front of my, at the time, 6-year-old daughter. Thank God you got out.
That's such a weird thing for men too, because it's like
try admitting that.
Yeah, like trying to tell someone my wife beats me.
Yeah, you're scared. You're terrified to go home.
Yeah,
I know. It happens all the time. I had primary custody after that. Please and thank you. And then went through financial problems that ended up in me relinquishing a 50-50 custody due to said self-harm concerns. The 4 things that kept me going were, number 1, knowing my daughter was far better off with me in her life. 2, thinking about my parents having to bury their child. 3, music. And 4, comedy.
It's good that you thought of those things.
Absolutely. You have to have that list there. I'm telling you. I thought of the openness of how you have spoken about the darkness you can be in and the places our shitty meat brains can take us in those rough times. It really helped me get out of that place. Life is still on the edge as I piece my world back together nearly a year and a half later, still fighting custody, still fighting my ex in court, but still using comedy as one of the things to make me smile when I want to cry. And for no reason, please! Also, still holding my sweet baby girl as the highest reason to stick around on the space dirt ball, or the pale blue dot, as Carl Sagan would have said.
Billions and billions.
Nice Sagan reference.
Your choice as to which description is more classy, but the fact remains that I would never hurt her like that. You've helped me laugh when I needed to, and I thank you. Your openness has helped me when I needed it, and I thank you. So you are thusly pronounced twice unfucked and are back in my good graces. Please! Jesus Christ. Keep up what you do. I look forward to hearing each week's episode. I do not apologize for the length of the email. So fuck off again. And I send my own sexy honks to my weird-ass family. Lovingly, Jim Barr. It says, P.S. If you do read this out loud, I'm sure you can pronounce all the words. Brian! You didn't. P.P.S. If my tally is correct, I said fuck you 3 times and I took 2 of them back. So I guess love you, please, but fuck you. And I love you too.
You sure you don't have Tourette's, dude?
It's got to mean something. PPSS, I think that's how that actually works. I used autocorrect to type the subject line. Hope you read it anyway. Still love you. Listen every week. And thank you again, please. So all the pleases are when we were doing that one, remember the petty beef about the husband and wife, and the wife still makes the husband say please for everything.
That's okay.
What do you say?
That makes sense.
Yeah, well, we're glad you're here, Jim.
Yep.
Life can be a
so
fucking
is your
bitch.
daughter.
Yes, life can be a
anytime
bitch.
you get in that situation, just always remember that. Picture that face asking, where's daddy?
Yeah, can you imagine? Being like, am I not good enough? It's just too much. Too much.
Yeah, you can't put that on them thinking that they did something wrong.
Yeah. Well, that's episode 73. Hope everybody had fun. I know we did.
Yeah.
It was a hoot.
It was a hoot and holler. Become part of the Gaggles. You can hear all of the bonus content. Head over to patreon.com/canyoudon'tpodcast. Along with the bonus content, you get merch deals, exclusive merch. There's 3 different tiers to choose from. Get your name on the goddamn website if you go for that super duper silly goose. And you get all the episodes early, and plus it's ad-free. I mean, we're coming up on 50 hours, I think, of bonus content that you will never hear unless you sign up on Patreon. So just do us a favor. Head
And
over
you
there.
can do it for a year, right? And you get a little discount.
Yeah, you get to
one
save.
of those just came through.
Yeah, you get to save money if you sign up for a year in advance. It cuts you a little deal on that. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We got our YouTube channel. Make sure you check out everything Uncle Zach does. He just caresses those fucking ears so hard.
I wish I had his voice.
All of it?
In my mouth.
Oh, yeah. It's a weird way
He's
of
got
hitting
like
on
a
somebody.
soothing, when you hear him talk, it's just like,
yeah,
it's soothing. It's comforting. Mine's like, hey, how's it going?
you guys have something super important to talk about.
Yeah, I just pooped my pants again.
Take me seriously. Let me do it for you. So Uncle Zach, everything, scatcast.com. That's scat with a K.
He's the scat man.
Send in those confessions or anything else you want to see on the show to heyguys@canyouDon'tpodcast.com. And a big thanks to the babysitters that run the Can You Don't Playground on Facebook. We appreciate you. You make our lives infinitely easier. So thank you so, so much. All right, let's wrap things up. You ready?
Yeah,
I
put
bet
a bow
you are.
on it.
Okay, put a bow on it. Put a bow on it, Zach.
Good God. Wrap it up already, huh?
All right, so I was looking around the internet for a dad joke. And I just out of nowhere decided to see what AI would come up with. So I went to Google Bard, which is one of the AI programs, and it gave me this amazing gem. What's the difference between a dirty baby and a pizza?
I don't know.
A pizza can be fed to your family. So whenever we're worried about AI taking over the world, just remember it still can't write a dad joke.
Right.
No, it can't. It cannot.
The difference between a dirty baby and a pizza? Pizza can be fed to your family?
We're laughing, aren't we?
What the fuck are you doing, Google? Anyway, here's a real one. Gonorrhea would have been a great name for diarrhea medicine.
Well, yep.
Yeah, that was an AI.
Yep.
That was a human.
Say, see you later, diarrhea.
Gonorrhea. All right, we love you guys. If you subscribe on Patreon, the show keeps going. If not, we'll see you guys next week.